What's up, guys? So we're going to talk about how to use the marketplace, the auction house in Blade and Soul. Also, the storage and vaults is here as well. So you have to find these dragon trader NPCs, and they're in the main towns. So you go over them, you talk to them, and you'll notice that he brings up a vault. Right away, you have the basic vault, which you can store pretty much anything in the basic vault. You do have to unlock sections of the vault, and they are fairly cheap. Only 1 or 2 dragon pouches for the first couple ones, and then they start to get really expensive. As you can see, one little slot costs 2 dragon trade pouches right there, so definitely not worthwhile to open up there. Don't forget, you actually have a secondary tab right here. A lot of people don't notice this secondary tab, and they don't click on it, and you'll notice that this is another storage place. This cannot store soul shields or weapons or accessories, but it can store just about all the other random crap, the unsealing charms, the repair hammers, your gems for increasing XP, your keys, your essences, all that random crap. You can store it right here. You can store the soul shield packs as well here. So until you open them, they are storable here in the the secondary storage vaults. The other thing is that these guys are extremely cheap to actually open up. So these guys do cost 1 or 2, and as you can see, we've opened up quite a few. And even down here, this next section, this next 8 section here, or 10 section or 9 section, whatever this is, it only takes 4 dragon trade pouches to open that one up. So I don't see the reason to really open it up fully. You're not going to have that much crap unless you're an extreme hoarder and you run out of space really easy. But yeah, you're going to have a lot of excess storage space if you make sure that you use the secondary, the basic, and also don't forget about putting the costumes in the wardrobe. The wardrobe, which is the F3 button, that will bring up the wardrobe for the premium players. If you're not a premium player, you're going to have to start using your secondary storage, and you can put costumes in the secondary storage, so not a big deal, especially with these being fairly cheap. You'll get a couple dragon trade pouches in game through surveys, and also I believe maybe a quest or 2 gives you 1 or 2 here and there. The next thing is down at the bottom here, this NPC does everything. This is the only place in game where you can sell items on the auction house, the marketplace. This is a very annoying thing, especially coming from games where you can sell items anywhere in the world. Having to go to a specific NPC to sell things just seems very lame and just limited. So there's also a daily selling limit in place here. I'm not specifically sure on how many it is, but currently we can have 15 listed, and the sale limit is approximately 20 or 25. So they do a good job of, everything in the auction house that you could want. It's like a dream auction house. It has current list price of all these things here. It shows you, the prices, and then this is also like the quantity that it's on there. You can also look at different other statistics. You can see trends of trade volume, of how fast things have sold. You can see exactly when things have sold and for how much. It shows you the ups and downs. You can go 1 week, 1 day, 1 month. So it's a great feature. There's tons and tons of information at a glance here. So you can see here's some graphs showing you the price fluctuations over the days. So this is just 1 day. So you can see the price fluctuates dramatically over the day. And this is all the points that units have actually sold at. So it gives you your max price right up here for 2 silver. The min price was 25. And this is a little costume for your cats. So I don't have a cat. I'm going to go throw this on the auction house. Currently it's right around 81 silver. So let's go ahead and put, or 81 copper. So let's go ahead and put this up for 78 copper. To get rid of this, sell it. You can list it. And kaboom. And with the auction houses being linked between all the servers in the North American region, these things sell really quickly. As we take a look at that graph chart once again, we'll just do it for something that is a little bit more common, like a key. So you have the basic auction house right here. So cheapest unit is 3 silver, 80 copper. If we click on the graph chart here, we can see And this is the amount of sale. The volume is dramatic. So within these subsections, so we have a 2-hour period right here. You can see so many hundreds of keys have been sold. And if you come down here, you can actually see trade volume. It tells you, so 47 keys sold in that little time frame, 55 keys, 163, tons and tons of keys. And that's because there's, approximately 10 servers right now all joined together, and the auction house is one ginormous living organism, whatever the hell that word is, that is connected, and it is a living, breathing thing that is constantly fluctuating. You can see here, it's separated between 2 hours. It is amazing to see. It's overwhelming. There's quite a bit of information in here. But once you get the hang of it, you're going to be loving the system. This is like a dream come true for anyone that loves the auction house. The next thing in the tab down there is the mail button. And this is where you can go and grab mail. Otherwise, you can grab mail anywhere in the open world. You do have to pay a service fee, which will add up over time. So you're going to constantly be going to the NPC just to grab your mail. And you can see you can pick up items here, retrieve items, and it won't cost you anything to grab these guys from the NPC here. Whereas if you're out in the open world and you want to just grab your mail really quickly, you can, but then you're going to have to pay a service fee, convenience fee. And they also have the shop button over here. So make sure that you get familiar with this NPC, learn where they are. They're all in the major hubs. And like I said, you can grab your mail anywhere by going down to the tab here, and you'll see all these things that are down here. And one of them will be a mailbox. You got a friends request. You got a reward. And so when you click on this, the rewards, you'll see here you have your received items. That's going to be from the daily dash. So when you get items from the daily dash, so you can see you get a dragon trade pouch there. You get some Hung Moon dragon soup. You also have the access to the mailbox. When you click on this, it's going to cost a mailing fee, which you don't have when you are in the NPC. So those things are very, very important to make sure that you know about that NPC, know how to sell items, and kind of get over the annoyance of actually having to go to an NPC that's only in specific cities to actually sell or store your items. So hopefully they do implement a warehouse / selling feature that you could do anywhere on the fly out in the world. That would definitely be a great convenience in addition to the game. Otherwise, they do an amazing job with the auction house. There's so much to learn there. The auction house being joint between multiple servers, like the entire region, is an insane plus benefit there. There are tons and tons of fluctuations in prices. As you can see there, with so many players buying and selling things, prices will fluctuate dramatically, from minute to minute even. So if something seems too cheap, you can pick that up, and then within the next 10-20 minutes, you may be able to flip it for 25 to 50% increase in value. So definitely look out for insanely cheap items on the auction house, and then don't be afraid to flip those guys or put them up even for a little bit higher price. You do have the option of listing items on the auction house for 6, 12, or 24 hours. And some of the best things to sell on the auction house are the unsealing charms. You can see you have a list of how many you want to sell on here. So you don't want to sell that many in a batch. Again, you do have a daily listing limit that you can list and sell. So let's put 6 up here. You can see the current lowest price is 11 silver. A lot of them have been selling at 12 silver, but that's just kind of stupid because you can NPC buy these guys for 10 silver, if I recall correctly. So selling them for over 10 silver is kind of like a dream come true. And I also purchased some of these guys at 5 silver off the auction house earlier today. So let's go ahead and list these guys. We're going to list them at 11 silver, and then we're listing 6. That brings us to 66. We'll actually go a little bit cheaper since we don't want... I mean, people are being stupid and buying them. You can see they're buying them at these prices right here. So let's go ahead and list them at 10 silver. List. Confirm. And there you go.